But there's so many people you see who are like sheep and they're conforming and they're just like stereotypes. You don't get very many stereotype people with mental health problems. Everyone's unique, everyone's has different conditions. Okay, they might put you into like your blocks as manic depressive or schizophrenic or depressive or whatever. But everyone is unique.
And everyone gets a chance to be Jesus. At least once in their life, you know.
And those powers you have.
That's amazing.
But you know what we were just saying before about people who discriminate? It's like they have a false sense of security, like they're trying to maintain that. Like when you go through mental illness and you really like, you know, everything's just happening to you, you've got kind of no control sometimes. And like, it turns you into a better person in the sense that you're not trying to cling on to any security because you've lost it all. And like that kind of transforms a person, I think, and makes them a much nicer person, less judgmental, more caring, more understanding. I don't know.
I think, yeah, that once you've suffered from mental illness, you become more tolerant of other people. And,
I think it depends on the individual. I think some people go the other way and get bitter and get a bit twisted and they feel like, why have I suffered? And they take it out on other people. Some people get more tolerant and understand other people. And there's a lot of nice people in the mental health system. There's certain people who just get a bit horrible. I don't know.
I find people with mental illness tolerate people with mental illness. They're the ones that don't judge, or don't seem to judge, and that. They are the most kindest, caring people I ever met. And if I never lost my mind on many occasions, I wouldn't have met the people I did and have as my friends now, you know. I'd have just been an ordinary guy, paying the mortgage, going to work and looking at other strange people on the street, thinking, oh, they look different.
I do really meet some nicest people in the system. Also, you meet a lot of nice doctors and a lot of nice workers and care workers and people working. Well, like you, Amanda, a nice person, met you through the system. So you meet some nice people who care about other people, because that's why they're doing the job.
Well, good people go into that line of work because they're working with interesting people, and they all say that. You know, we love the work because we're working with interesting people, but if I wasn't mentally ill, I'd be a psychiatric nurse. You know, that would have been my fate. It just happens to be the other way around, but it doesn't matter, does it?
I don't think you have an awareness of other people's condition. You can see people's behaviour because you've been through an extreme experience. You can read. I think you've got an ability to read people, read their problems. Often it's best case to just keep your mouth shut, but you can see people and how they're behaving. You can think.
Could we ask Strabon Ambelinsky if he has an opinion on the subject?
Well, I think all interesting. If Wittgenstein said that the square root of RPO actually was 1, and then his reverse was 2 because there was only 1 over the cube was x, then I think it's all interesting.
Well, I think that could have been certainly clearer, really. Thank you.
That's what I mentioned.
Matthew, do you think the people who are bitter obviously haven't accepted what's happened to them and they've got to go through that journey? Got to go through that journey and accept what's happened to them and angry.
I think the thing is a lot of people have become mentally ill through damage and they're in a lot of pain and they're angry and they're just taking it out on other people. Some people get ill and then they feel, well, I'd hate that to happen to anyone else, and they have sympathy and empathy. But some people just get consumed by this anger that someone had done something to them, and they will just take it out on other people. I don't know, am I the only person who thinks that?
No, it is an injustice, you're right.
But there's some people with some real anger. And there's other people who've accepted things and are more tolerant and try and understand.
But where does anger come from? I mean, I've been a very, very angry man in Cambridge. And I say anger comes from frustration for me. And what's the frustration? Well, it's frustration of not being able to interact with society, not being able to get a job, and not being able to do this, and not being able to do that. You know, it's frustration that makes me angry. You know, and then they look at you and say, well, he must be mad, look at him.
Yeah, it's like with all the boundaries, like with workers that are working with you, and like you said the other day, it's like the whole relationship with them is defined by them. It's like total power imbalance.
Do you know what annoys me the most? Right, I get looked after brilliantly by the services. I get a carer, community carer, every week. They do everything for me. They clean my flat, they take me shopping, they counsel me, they help me shop, they do everything with me. And at the end of the year, I want to buy them a bottle of brandy at Christmas to say thanks. And they say, oh, you're not allowed to do that because, you know, you're a leper, basically, because it's us and them, and you're not allowed to give me a present in case we're taking advantage of a vulnerable adult. You know, and that's the one thing that really gets to me every time. Because if we keep doing that, there'll always be us and them. They'll never break the barriers down. There's got to be some rules of common sense where staff and people that suffer with mental illness live in the real world.
Yeah, but that's them protecting you.
I don't want to be protected though. I want to be able to give a gift of gratitude.
The system says you have to be protected from them.
Yeah, but I know.
And taking stuff off you is not right.
But they're not.
Well, it offends me.
Well, it might offend you, but at the same time it protects you. And others that are vulnerable.
Oh, I can't abide by that. I insist anyway. I say if you don't take the present, then I don't want you to come around and care for me again. So they take it.
Well, the thing is, I've got a support worker. I understand it is. But as soon as he or she or it and stop caring for me, we've agreed we'll go out for a drink in the pub and we'll be friends.
I've had this conversation ever since I first went to hospital.
Because we get on, we've got similar interests, similar age. But while he's working, while he, she or it is working for me, with me, he can't do it because there's boundaries. As I say, there's boundaries. And he could lose his job. And I could be taken advantage of if there wasn't these boundaries, so they have to be there.
Well, I'm glad you're all so forthright on that issue, because it's one that I go and live with.
But they're not your friend, that's the thing. They're there to help you, they might.
No, that's nonsense, because I don't think you can spend year after year working very closely and very emotionally involved as well, because
Well, you do form an attachment with the people
you have
you
to
work
form
with.
friendships.
You form
at the
an
end of the day.
attachment.
Friendships are natural things. We're all human beings on this planet. We're all residents of planet Earth. Just because in the 21st century somebody gives you a label of campaigns officer and me a label of manic depressive, that's what's keeping us apart. That's what's stopping us going down the pub together and having a quiet night. Nothing.
Should we check that out?
Someone needs to.